So, hello and welcome back to another banknote video. So today we're looking at the 1958 set of North Vietnam. Now, North Vietnam issued most of these banknotes up until 1978 when they were replaced by the United currency that was issued throughout all of Vietnam after the 1975 fall of the South. From 1975 to 78. Both of these two entities issued different currencies. Obviously, this is the unified one that replaced both of them. So, the 1958 currency comes in 1 hao to 10 dong, and it replaced the 1951 banknotes. Now, the 1951 banknotes are actually pretty hard to get. The 50 and 100 dong are a lot easier to get, but they're about $20 or $30 each. So being the cheapest, the other denominations, like the highest one is 5,000 dong. That's almost impossible to get. So there seems to be some reason why this set is hard to get. I'd say it's most likely is that Vietnam was pretty closed and they had a strict enforcement of the actual changeover of the actual currency. So a lot of these didn't survive. So that's just a guesstimate. So, in 1958, the lowest banknote they issued was 1 hao, roughly equivalent to 1/10 of a dong. Actually, no, it is equivalent. All of these have, in the hao denominations, have just the emblem of Vietnam, which is just a star in the field with a cog down below and wheat going around. And it's stylized features, and they should have a watermark. So does this have a watermark? No, this is too beat up to actually find the actual watermark. Yeah, let's have a look at the two. Yeah, some of them don't have watermarks, so there are different varieties. Now later on they did issue other banknotes, but so these are the two 1975. We have a 5/2, so it's half a hao, and a 2 hao. So that's roughly equivalent to 20 cents and 5 cents. So those were issued in the north, and they probably were also legal tender in the south to a degree. So these ones are actually quite beat up. The 1 hao is one of the easiest of the series to get, and this condition probably worth about $5. Not in the back, we just have a steam train. So communist motives generally have industry, agriculture, and intellectual endeavor. So these are pretty much in line with communist ideals of how banknotes should look. And yeah, that is the 1 hao. Then we have the 2. So this gets a bit harder to get. Some of these are almost impossible to get in good condition, or they're very expensive. And we'll have a look at those. So this is the 2 hao, equivalent to roughly 1/5 of a dong. And here we have a dam with some looks like water buffalo. So that one's in nice condition, probably also worth about $20. Then we have the 5. So this is half a dong, and it is one of the harder ones to get. So in this condition, probably $10 to $20. But I find these hard to get on eBay or any other coin sites, MA shops, or whatever else you like to shop. On the back we have, looks like textiles, probably cotton weaving, and so far these have just had single serial numbers, and this one's pretty much just a space filler until I can find a better banknote. Then we get the easiest banknote to get, the 1 dong. Obviously this one's pretty low grade. I think I have like 5 or 6 of them. I kept the best ones, but this one, so I'm not too sure what monument that is, but it has the Vietnamese flag up the top. Probably an early version of the Independence Monument. But if anyone knows, please leave a comment down below. So these ones, probably in this condition, probably only about $5. Uncirculated, probably 40 or 50. But that's quite a nice banknote that I like to get. And then we have the hardest banknote to get. That's the 2 dong. So this is quite hard, and the 1 dong is quite easy. So probably the 2 dong was not a popular banknote, and it never really circulated that well. So they printed a lot of the 1 dong banknotes to make up for the shortfall. And this one has okay, soldier, factory worker, agriculture, and intellectuals. So that's typical of communist banknotes to represent those. And Z is probably a replacement prefix. That's what I've heard about Vietnamese banknotes. This is a little bit damaged, which is a pity. And even though it's damaged and it's got holes in it, it's still worth at least $40 or $50 in this condition. So this is the most expensive of the lot. And then here we have a coastal scene. This is probably Haiphong near in the northern part of Vietnam near Hanoi. But quite a nice banknote. And these should all have stars as watermarks. So that's the 2 dong. Then we have the 5 dong. So this is the first banknote of Ho Chi Minh. And it has a tractor. Obviously you've got 2. So these are a little bit scarcer to get. They're not as easy to get as the 10 dong. But in this condition, probably $10 to $20. And on the back, we just have a mining scene. So obviously, the earlier version of an excavator is mining rock and putting it in a truck. And don't know what they're mining. Could be coal, could be anything really. Aggregates for roads. And just as Central Bank of Vietnam. And that's the actual denomination, Nam Dong. So it's actually quite nice. And the other one's pretty much the similar grade. So, and then we have the highest value banknote. So this is the 10 dong. So these ones are worth $20 or $30. Should have 3 stars. It's Ho Chi Minh. And on the back, we just have a factory. So pretty simple. Communist motives. So all up, you'll be probably paying at least $100 for a set like this. Basically because you're paying for this banknote and for this one as well. With this one being a bit expensive, this one's being easier to get. And then you have issues that they used to replace the 1958 and also coins. So this one replaced the 5-2 coin. That was an aluminium one, but that one was probably a frozen date one, issued 1958, and they probably couldn't, because of the Vietnam War, issue enough coins in the north. So this one is probably worth about $20 or $30. It's one of the cheaper ones to get, but I don't see too many on eBay. Here's probably the easiest one to get, 1975, and also one of my favorites. It's a 2 hao equivalent. So you need 5 of these equal 1 dong. And we have 2 people probably spraying crops. They look like VC with flamethrowers, but they're probably not. 1975. Now the ones that I'm missing are the 1 to 1958, the 2 to 1964. So that's pretty hard to get, those 2. And then we have the 1 hao 1972, which is also pretty hard to get. And all the other denominations didn't have replacements. So obviously they had a frozen date. These ones would have been printed until 1977, with a frozen date 1975, as well as all these have frozen dates until they're replaced by the other banknotes. But they're just a nice set. I don't know, I just like Vietnamese banknotes. I just find the place interesting, as well as Laos and Cambodia. But then again, find places like Thailand, Mongolia also interesting as well. So, I hope this helps you with your banknote collecting. Let me know what you think of this series, and if you were able to get the denominations that are not represented in here. Anyway, thank you, and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time.